Are you ready to go?
Welcome everyone to the District 1 South sectional here at Oxford Area High School. I'm Lloyd Vance with my tag team partner Dave Mayers. We are going to be live streaming the finals this evening here at Oxford Area High School. How are you doing this evening, Dave?
I'm doing well. We're getting started here already at 107. Jacob Carr out of Sun Valley, wrestling Noah Smith out of Avongrove.
Yeah, this should be an interesting one. I know we kind of did our preview, and we'll see. You know, as we said, this weight class typically is a lot of younger wrestlers, you know, both freshmen, both having very good seasons, and we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, Noah's coming out as the 2 seed. Jacob actually was the 4 seed.
Wow.
Coming out, he had a semifinal win over the top seed, Chapin Hoffman out of Downingtown, 12-3.
It's a good takedown there. Jacob Carr from Sun Valley with a good takedown there. He kind of switched off to he wasn't really like an ankle pick, but he got both ankles and kind of scored there. Got a reset out of bounds. He starts on top. Now he's kind of riding on top, kind of like a crab ride there, working his underhooks, trying to score. Got the escape there by Noah Smith. We're at 3-1. A lot of hand fighting. As I said, these two probably are familiar with each other, wrestling in the youth ranks. And
yeah, I'm sure they've seen each other quite a bit.
Carr with a good kind of outside high C single. Scores on that, transitions on top. Kind of grinding, looking for something. It's got a 2-on-1 on that run wrist, kind of rolling it over. Maybe possibly a half on that other side. That's the end of the period, Dave. What did we see in that first period?
Yeah, I think all day long I'm working some of the match. Jacob Carr is just nonstop. He just keeps going. And I think we saw that exactly right there in period 1. You know, starts second period 6-1, and Red's going to take bottom. Jacob's going to start on top.
Yeah. So we start with Smith on the bottom, and Carr lines up on that left side. He throws a leg in, kind of getting his legs in, trying to get boots in, as we say, and looking to score on top position here. He's putting his head right in there, putting a lot of pressure on Smith in the bottom position, trying to maybe roll that wrist under, maybe bar it up, and he's very aggressive on top. Kind of has his hooks in, and he's trying to turn them. But Smith, to his credit, he kind of rolled out of that, got to his belly. Smith's kind of tough on top, but he may have to start doing something there. You know, you don't want to get hit with a stalling call. He's moving around. Carr got his hook in there and kind of riding on top, kind of grinding him. Pulling that wrist, going underneath, throws a half in. But he's just kind of back in the saddle, and he's just kind of grind his opponent here.
Yeah, he's been tough on top all day.
Yeah,
constant pressure. You know, Smith's working hard on bottom. Like you said, eventually, you know, we might see a stall come out. This Carr's just so much pressure on top, and
right.
Just like I said, nonstop. He's looking to ride him out the entire period here.
Carr's up 6-1, and pretty much this entire second period, he's just dominated top position. 15 seconds left. He's still trying to roll that wrist under, possibly score some more. He's comfortably ahead, though, 6-1. But with the new scoring, he can easily, if Smith got to escape, he possibly get a chance to tie this up.
Yeah, end of 2. Carr up 6-1. You know, like you said, riding that entire period. Smith's going to be tired out a little bit, but you know what? You know, here we are in district final. You go all out for the last 2 minutes here.
Carr with like a nice little switch type move there. Very quick off the whistle, kind of gets right to the back for a quick reversal. He leads 8-1. Now he's back on top, just grinding. And he seems like to throw those legs in, Dave, and you know, he's doing a great job in terms of just flattening out his opponent on the bottom.
Yeah, he's throwing both legs in there, stretching them out, just not really giving him an opportunity to do much there from the bottom position. He keeps working on the top.
He's possibly looking for a pump handle there. Maybe he tried to Turk it there. He kind of.
There's that stall we talked about in that last period,
yes.
Louis.
Yeah, Smith is having a tough time getting out from bottom, and Carr is just he is grinding on top. Has his boots in, as we call it, and he has that shoulder in, really keeping his opponent down on the mat, doing a great job with that. Rolling that wrist under, puts his head right in there. He's not afraid to. Referee calls a restart here.
Actually called a stall on top. On Carr.
Stall on top now, so they both have a stall
yeah, they both
on
have a stall
him.
warning there.
We'll just see how this kind of turns out. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not sure about that call there, Dave. But
I'm pretty sure that's what he gave. It looked like he had to hand up, so had to caution there, try to quick start him.
So he's got that tight waist, and he cuts him. They get a restart in a neutral position. Kind of shot in there. They got to watch their heads there. They almost cracked heads on that shot attempt in the block. Carr kind of has that overhook on the one side, kind of pulling down. Hits him with a lateral drop, but it's out of bounds.
Down to 10 seconds left here in the match. Jacob Carr is up. I believe it's 8-2. He did give him an escape there, but Carr's up 8-2.
He's done a nice job in terms of just controlling this match. He's controlling that shin hand posted on a mat. He's almost out for possibly a 1 here. Smith goes for an arm throw.
That's it.
Misses it. And Carr kind of pops out on top.
Yep. That's the
Good
match.
solid victory for Carr there, 8-1.
Yeah, congratulations, Jacob Carr, District South Section District champ. Looking forward to seeing how he does next week.
Yeah, Sun Valley's had a very nice run the last couple of years. Some very tough wrestlers. We're going to see Carr's older brother at 189 later today, and you know, we'll see how he does at Solderton, February 28th and March 1st. It's going to be interesting. Now, that's a loaded bracket, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So
not a lot of
there's kids in the Central and in North, you know, and we're going to see how that kind of shakes out.
Have another Sun Valley wrestler coming up here in the 114.
Yeah, 114. You have Darren Minikazi. We talked about him. He kind of dropped down to this weight. He's 31-9.
He's facing off against Zach McFarland, the 2 seed out of Westchester East.
Zach McFarland had a very nice season from Westchester East, 26-2. Kind of hand fighting. Minikazi was going to collar tie. He goes in off his double setup. He pulls the single. He's trying to pull that knee through, we call it, to kind of score and get around the corner on him. Right now, it looks like this might be a stalemate position. Referee's letting him wrestle, but he ended up calling it.
Yeah, he called that Lloyd stalemate position.
Yeah.
Get him back to center, start over again.
Minikazi with like a pick, half attempt there. He's trying to go for that right leg. Both wrestlers kind of circling, stalking each other at a distance.
For the Dutch finishers at 170 pounds. Or for the old stadium, where we
wrestlers kind of going side to side. They kind of lock up there. Minikazi is inside control. He has a wrist. Both of them trying to look to score. Still 0-0. Shot attempt there by McFarland. McFarland kind of driving them as they go out of bounds.
And both guys kind of feeling each other out a little bit here, trying to see if we can try to get some points here in the first period.
Yeah, it's another one of the brackets we talked about, 114.
Yep.
I would say it's chalk, but we got the two top kids, and we'll see how this kind of turns out. Minikazi came down, so he probably thought he had a better chance of succeeding than at 121. Minikazi has the ankle. McFarland's almost around that corner, and then referee is not calling control, no takedown.
End of the period.
Ended the period.
End of period, no score.
Referee flips the coin. McFarland choice. He takes bottom.
Yeah, I think it's smart and nothing match. If it comes down to the end.
Yeah, well, you have to have escape
first, right?
And we've seen a lot going into college wrestling where they're not trying. A lot of guys aren't trying to hold kids down.
Yep.
We'll see. A lot of the Sun Valley kids though like to grind on top. So he has that cross wrist. He pulls it into his belly, and he's working on top pretty hard. So he's looking for that tilt. He's got to be careful.
Yeah.
Quick one count there. No points though. Going back to the tight waist, trying to trap that cross wrist. He has a 2-on-1. He's trying to possibly maybe look for a bar or something. Minikazi definitely looking for something. Maybe head in the hole. Cradles right there, but you didn't see it. McFarland trying to peel out, trying to stay in bounds. Minikazi returns to the mat. And as we talked about our previous telecast, as long as there's a foot in the circle, they can keep wrestling.
Yeah. So there's a lot today.
They are technically in.
Yeah, you mentioned this. Sun Valley riding hard on top.
Yeah,
Jacob Bart 107 road second period.
He's not giving points away,
Yeah, absolutely. Minikazi's riding out here.
I like watching kids do that. When cutting and giving points away, I just never like that strategy.
A close match like this, important to try to not give up as many as possible.
Yeah. McFarland kind of went for a Granby roll there. It's blocked by Minikazi. He's really staying on that trail arm. Digging, just trying to score points here. Still 0-0.
Under 30 seconds to go here in the second period.
Looking for that tilt. Has him over, but McFarland's good at elevating right away. He's not giving that tilt up to his credit.
That's twice now we saw him roll through. Not getting the count. Got a 1 count, not getting the 2 count.
Yeah.
To get to score, so.
This is what you want to see, Dave. This is a championship final.
That's exactly
what
I'm
0-0.
Yep.
And they're wrestling. Yeah. These kids are wrestling hard.
It's good. It's a good wrestling match so far. We'll see what happens here. Minikazi goes down.
Yeah, he goes down. He kind of goes to stand up, and he kind of. And McFarland kind of went for a Merkel kind of move there, but he didn't hit it and had it locked up. But Minikazi worked his way out of it, and now McFarland's on top. He's grinding. Minikazi gets to his feet, gets his escape, goes up 1-0. Goes for a shot attempt, a low single. Now he's got to finish this here. Switches off to a double leg takedown. McFarland kind of reaching over the belly whizzer, going to the ankle, kind of blocking that. Now he's going to kind of like a crotch lift. He's keeping both ankles down, gets the stalemate. Still 1-0 here, so this is close. First takedown will be 3 points. So anybody's
takedown here.
Right off the whistle, McFarland goes for that low single. He has the ankle, but he's got to turn that corner in order to score points here.
Under a minute to go. Still has plenty of time. Got to keep working.
Yeah. Minikazi, he's funking that other ankle, kind of holding it. He's not letting it go to his credit. Now McFarland's trying to step around the corner, but still no control given by the referee, and they're doing a good job,
Another stalemate. I knew Minikazi worked the bottom. I know he was looking for the stalemate, try to get back to his feet.
36 seconds. Oh, he didn't go quick off the whistle there. I thought he would do it again. Minikazi goes to an outside single, stands up with it. Now he's got to pull it through the knee. McFarland tries to kind of funk his way out of it, puts a whizzer in, kind of blocking him. As the ankle, Minikazi is not giving that ankle up. And you can hold a single forever. It's not stalling. Referee calls a stalemate. 14 seconds left in the match. Off the whistle, McFarland kind of steps in. Maybe trying to go for a throw or something here. Minikazi is blocking, drops down to a single. Has it to the knee. Minikazi holds on. Great victory there. 1-0. Referee had a little talk to the Sun Valley coach saying, stay in your chair.
Yeah.
And we know this referee, right?
Yeah, it gets a little heated in the finals. The coaches are into it.
Good, solid win.
Hey, that was a great match. Congratulations to Darren Minikazi out of Sun Valley. You're 114, Section South champ. Moving on to 121.
Yeah, 121. I've been looking forward to this bracket. We talked about this. And Andre Chisnick from Coatesville, it seems like he's been around forever. He record this year is 29-8. He's been to states, I think, 3 times. And this is going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, Braden
Siegel.
Yeah.
One of the many Fighting Siegel brothers, from Downingtown West. He's 28-7, a junior.
Came in as the 3 seed today.
Yeah, so it's going to be an interesting matchup.
Two guys that probably have seen each other a bunch of times, too, both being in the Chesmont.
Yeah. Chisnick, a lot of hand fighting here, and Chisnick is inside control, kind of snapping his opponent to the mat. Yeah. He has like a front face headlock and an arm. Maybe he's going to try to stretch him out here. Siegel kind of driving into him. They're still in bounds. Siegel tried to slip his way out of it.
Please report to the awards team. From top 6 finishers.
A lot of hand fighting. Both guys looking to score. And Chisnick kind of goes cross-body, tries to get a low single there. Missed on that attempt. Hand fighting, getting wrists in there. See how Andre Chisnick goes to kind of a Russian tie there. Needs to get his head up. Staying with that Russian tie. Siegel kind of reaches over, trying to get his chin.
Got 30 seconds to go.
Yeah, 31 seconds. We'll see, man. Low-scoring matches, which is odd because you and I this year, with all the scoring they've been doing,
and with the new scoring system, 3 for the takedown. 4
I see a lot of points on the board. Today I saw a match earlier today, 21-19. So,
but when you get to the finals here, you're looking at guys that are really good defensive wrestlers as well. So it is nice to see a nice match, 1-0, 2-1, and that's what we're seeing here in the first couple matches.
Yep. Period ends. Still 0-0. Chisnick from Coatesville defers. Siegel takes bottom. Chisnick with the mat return. Looking to throw legs in there. Gets the one leg in his right leg. Trying to maybe spur. Siegel kind of steps out of it. Chisnick trying to lift him to the mat. Now, he has to return him safely to the mat there. You're going to be careful on his mat returns.
Here we have another match, riding hard on top. Again, not giving up that easy escape point and wrestling from the feet.
He's kind of looking for that handle on his back. Has his forearm on his back, kind of reaching across to get underneath that elbow. He kind of gave that up. Now he's going a long claw, possibly looking for a cross-face cradle there. Or near side. Lets that go. Go to a single. Kind of sits his opponent back to the mat. Siegel cuts out. Gets 1 point for the escape. A lot of inside hand fighting.
Out of 30 seconds to go here in the
30
second.
seconds. Yep. Chisnick had that inside tie there. Kind of let it go. Still kind of pawing at Siegel. Maybe possibly looking for a shot. Siegel leads 1-0. Chisnick tried a reshot there. It was blocked. Chisnick has a collar tie there. Chisnick kind of throws it by, goes to the ankles. Now he's a little bit underneath. He can go up and under, possibly swim out of there. He didn't get it. The period was over. Still 1-0.
Yeah, second match in a row. We go into third period 1-0. Like
Yeah,
I
how
said,
about it?
good defensive wrestling, but
Yeah.
both guys are still aggressive, looking to score. So we'll see what happens here in
Yep,
the third.
Chisnick takes bottom. Immediately gets to a tripod position. Does kind of like a Granby roll attempt. Blocked by Siegel. Siegel's riding well on top. He had a bar there. He kind of let it go. Trying to roll that wrist under. Chisnick's going to watch the falling up down there. You only get a stall call. Siegel has his right leg kind of hooked there. Kind of in a ride position. Goes to a prairie. Slips a bar in. Oh, God, his elbow.
Yeah, his elbow.
Oh, Chisnick's elbow got caught there. Bent the wrong way.
Have some injury.
Trainer goes out.
Yeah, it didn't look good, but Andre looks like he's.
Davey must be double jointed, bro. Because I got to tell you, that did not look good.
It did not look good, but he's there looking to try to stay in the match.
Yeah.
Look, again, 1-0 match,
Yeah.
He's working bottom.
Yeah, and I've
Still plenty of time.
I've known this young man a long time. He used to wrestle at the club with my son, and he's tough, young man. You know, he's.
And injury time, you get a minute and a half, so, and still with the first injury, it still stays the same. Second injury, things change a little bit if positions are different,
All right.
It's choice, but here, this case, Andre,
Referee.
ready to go.
Yeah, referee says you can start, and Andre's I'm ready to wrestle. So he's on bottom. He's trying to work his way up, and Siegel's riding tough. He has that right leg spurred in there. Chisnick kind of does a sit, pops to his feet. Siegel again has that bar in deep. But he's got to be careful the way he's running that.
Yeah, you got a bar and a half now.
Yeah, Dave, I call that the Widowmaker. That's what my coach used to say. You got a bar and a half. That's tough to get out of. And Siegel's got it tight.
He's scoring points, too.
He's got that really tight. He's kind of he's got that arm on the bar, and he's trying to sit through. Andre kind of moving around on the bottom. Siegel gets the pin, adjusts. Wow, that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it did. You know what? Like you said, riding high on top, leg in, throws in the bar and a half, and that was super tight. And, worked to the pin. Good match.
It's a good pin.
Yeah. Congratulations, Braden Siegel.
Yep.
District 1 South Section champ.
And once Siegel leaves, and I think another one comes.
I believe you're right, Lloyd. I think we're moving on to another one.
We have Chase Siegel, the senior. He's 28-8. He dropped from 133, so we'll see how he does at 127. He's wrestling Bryce Boyer from Kennett, a sophomore, 30-12. Siegel kind of grabs a wrist, drives right through it, pulls into a shot on Boyer. He starts working on top. He puts a long claw in there. He's kind of in a ride position on the top. Boyer trying to work his way up, kind of circle his way out. Siegel's covering the hips.
If you're on that, please.
Siegel's had a good day today. He's had 2 tech falls and a pin. He's been wrestling really strong.
He's dialed in. And they're probably wrestling down the basement.
Oh, absolutely. I think we said that the other night.
We know their father a long time. Yep. And there's a lot of Siegel boys that wrestle. And
you see him, he's trying to throw the leg in too, just like his brother was doing, trying to get that leg in there.
Yeah, and he looks like he might be trying to spladle Bryce Boyer. And we've seen Bryce Boyer wrestle a lot this season. And, we haven't seen him in this position often. He's usually very good on his feet. But Siegel is grinding here on top. He's keeping Boyer's hip to the mat, which is allowing him not to get out of there. Boyer kind of peels out of his sitting position, gets the leg out of there, gets one on his feet. Boyer's a very long target at this weight, at 127. He's all legs, he used to say.
All legs.
So he's got to protect his lower half, do some down blocking. And Siegel's probably looking to get underneath of him. Again, last time he kind of grabbed the wrist and pulled it towards him and then attacked the leg off of that.
If I know Bryce and his brother Blake, who we're going to see, like they're okay wrestling from down. They've been in that position before.
Sure.
And, I see Bryce. He's like he's doing okay out there. Get ready to start period 2. And like Chase Siegel took down. He'll start on the bottom here to start period 2.
Commentating going.
Siegel is on bottom, and Boyer has a tight waist there.
This is where the long comes in handy, Lord.
Yeah,
here on
and
top.
He may throw some legs in there and just start working the top position. Kind of working from the side. Working on that elbow. Just looking to score. Kind of roll that under. As you can see, as both these guys and Boyer's in that trail position, you can just see how much longer he is than
absolutely.
Siegel.
Yeah.
Place finishers, 121 pounds.
Yeah, I think he's trying to work for a bar. He's trying to get a bar.
He's got that leg trap. Now he's kind of going up top.
21 pounds. We would like to get everyone on that drum.
Close to out of bounds there. Boyer's grinding. He has a bar in there. He's trying to score there. Siegel gets his arm out. He's just kind of, hanging on at the bottom. Boyer has that right elbow, kind of staying on top of that. His shoulders in. Mary Prairie right there. Attempt, kind of let it go. Referee calls a restart.
30 seconds left here in the second.
Yeah, Siegel is leading 3-1. He has the only takedown in this match. Boyer has one escape. Siegel gets to his feet. Trying to peel out here, possibly. Referee calls stalling on the top man. Goes a crotch slip, a double. To his credit, Siegel kind of reaches around from a kind of seated position and hooks that leg.
Tell you, Lloyd, these first couple matches, I've been really impressed with the top wrestling. You guys that are wrestling off a top position. You haven't seen a lot of scoring from the guy on bottom. So, it's good to see. We'll see what Bryce can do from bottom here and see. I'm going to assume Chase, good top wrestler.
Siegel leads 3-1, and Boyer takes bottom. We'll see what he does here. He used to kind of do a Peterson roll from this position in the past. I've seen him do that. Boyer. Siegel's grinding on top. He was kind of working from the side there, kind of steps over in the back and potentially dangerous, kind of. It's a shoulder, elbow level, kind of the way he was pulling that arm back. Boyer has a minute 17 to make something happen. He's on bottom. Siegel has what we call like a head and a shoulder.
Yeah.
He has, it's not locking hands. He has a head and a shoulder, kind of like pulling it and trying to roll his head under. But he's bulldogging on top, man. He is not letting Boyer kind of move out there. He's got to lay again. He needs to get his hips up there. Kind of looking to spladle, possibly. Boyer keeping his belly down, bellying hard. He's not giving that up. Trying for that spladle attempt. Got that leg trapped. And Boyer, he just doesn't have a lot of, breathing room there. He's just grinding on
Siegel's
top.
grinding hard again. It's just like his brother, that right leg.
Yeah.
You know, there's a stall.
Stalling
on red, so that gets second
Siegel.
one. So Siegel gets the point. It was second one on Bryce.
Oh, Boyer.
Yeah,
okay.
gave Siegel a stall point.
All right. So it's 4-1 Siegel. And he's still in that kind of seated position as a leg trap. Looking to spray. Oh, he's just kind of letting the clock run down. Yeah. That's a good victory for Chase Siegel, senior. He's now 29-8. And he came down from 133.
Yes,
and
he
did. That was a right move.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he wrestled really well. So you got the brothers as champs. Congratulations to Chase Siegel as well as the Section South District 1 champ. Moving on to 133, Lloyd.
Yeah, now Dave. This is a Dave Mayer. This is a Delco special. You got Brecken Strickland, Sun Valley, and then from Garnet Valley we have who's that?
Jacob D'Addario.
Okay, Jacob D'Addario.
Yeah.
Do we know a lot about?
Well, when we talked the other night, we didn't say a lot. Said a little bit, but when I went back and looked at the bracket, I had an idea that Jacob D'Addario could possibly get to this point in this bracket.
He kind of
hard wrestler. He's always good position.
Yeah,
so
he's underneath trying to score, kind of turn a corner, step over that ankle there. Strickland has that ankle kind of pinned. He's going to go in like a crotch, like blocker. Now they're both kind of funk it. They both have an ankle. Both looking for a stalemate. And Strickland, to his credit, he's trying to elevate that ankle, but he's got to be careful because Garnet Valley, he may score off this. Now, Strickland is looking for a cradle, and he locked it, so he has control on that one. The referee gives Strickland a 3-point takedown.
121 count award winner.
He has it locked. No back points yet, though. There it is. He gets him over. Kind of is laying on his side, though, both of them. So he's got to get that bottom knee and kind of put his temple on his side if he wants to finish that near side.
He's got the bottom knee there. Like you said, he's got to work up to the temple now.
Yeah, so he needs to, So he's in a near side cradle. And that was interesting how he got that because he was kind of in a defensive position when he locked that, Dave. Yeah, he kind of lets that go, works to the back. He did get 4 back near fall points. Leads 7-0. He's on top, he's back on top grinding.
I watched Brecken in his semifinal match. He wrestled Dylan Hefner, who we talked about the other night. And, it was a good match. Dylan scored some points, but Brecken is always in good position. Gives up some points. And he's always
in that match, in the semi, when he saw that opening, it was like, bam.
Yes.
You know what I mean? He jumped on it.
And he closed it. You know, it was 8-5, and then he ends up with takedown,
Yeah.
back points, and a pin. So
Yeah.
here he is up 7-0.
Yeah. Carnivale again, kind of underneath. He was trying to funk, but Strickland elevates his hips and he's able to cover again. He's going for that cross face, going for that cradle again. Cross face cradle, and he's scooped a boot on that one side, so he's got the leg trapped, and he's looking for that cross face cradle. Staying up top. With a head and arm, he's kind of rolling that under. Trying for a tilt. Valley kind of does a Granby type roll. Gets out of it. His Strickland has a high C type cross leg attack. Gets the takedown. And now he's back on top grinding. Gets that cross wrist. He's up 10-1. I've been impressed with these Sun Valley wrestlers on top.
Yeah. Yeah, he's actually up 13-1 after that.
13-1. Okay. Yep. They changed the
Yeah,
score.
no, I know. We're looking here at 3 wrestlers, 3 championships right now. Again, still time left for Dario, who's had a good day, but Brecken just looks completely in control here at the
now he's going to
match.
Cross face. He's taking that elbow right off that mat, going for that cross face again, cradle. He's driving towards it. And Dario's had a nice run. You know what I mean?
He did. He had he had a really good day. He wrestled some nice matches. He ended up beating the 2 seed. He also beat the 3 seed. So he's had a really good day out in the mat.
Yeah.
So, and he's going to go into next week as, a pretty good seed out of the South section.
Yeah.
So he's had a good day.
They take 6 wrestlers to the Southeast Regional,
Correct.
which will be February 28th and March 1st, Solderton High School. Strickland does kind of like a switch, turns his shoulders, gets to neutral on his feet. He's up 14-1. If he gets a takedown here, it'll be a technical fall. So that's what he's looking for. Dario tries for a throw.
Yeah, at that point, yeah. Why not, right? Go for it. You're in the spot, you go for it. Didn't work.
And Strickland kind of kept his balance, made sure he did not go over. So technical fall, that's a good solid win for him.
Congratulations, Brecken Strickland out of Sun Valley. You're 133, District 1, South Section champ.
Now we have another brother combo,
moving on to 139.
This is Blake Boyer, the older of the Boyer brothers from Kennett, and Levi Richmond. And Boyer's had a very good season. We talk about how locked in he's been, but Richmond is a kid. He's known for freestyle. He does throws down. That was a slick, like duck under sit takedown attempt.
Yeah, Blake's hit that a couple times today. I say he hit that a couple times today.
Yeah, it's like a duck under, and he slides right underneath that. It's a nice, quick move.
Blake, another one, just like his brother, Bryce, is long.
Very long for size. And he's never out. He's in good position a lot. Because kind of like a snap, yank forward, pulling his opponent to him, goes to that single, circles at the knee, switches off to a double, kind of coming out the back, hooks the ankle. Richmond's still fighting. He's not giving up the single. Referee has not called it yet. No control. Actually, Richmond elevates his hips and turns the corner, and he gets to take that. Boyer circles out, line off like a sit out. He says that sit down underneath that. I'm talking about, again, he almost scored off of that. Richmond kind of fought it off. And see, Richmond, he's a freestyle type kid, so he's trying for a lot of ties up top.
It was interesting when he came out of that. Blake almost had bear hug in there and let that go. Probably don't want to go up top with, somebody that has some freestyle
that duck under
experience.
setup he's using. I really like that. He'll probably score off of that. He's hit that a couple times. He lifts that window up and it kind of slides right underneath of it. Richmond leads 3-1. Richmond's another one of these kids. He wrestled a lot, youth wrestling.
Oh yeah.
He's been around a long time. So
And again, he's wrestled Blake many times before. So
yeah.
when you wrestle a guy enough, you start to you start to know their tendencies a little bit.
Yes.
Defend that and counteract that and try to score. And we saw that in the first period. Levi, he gets the takedown. He takes a 3-1 lead.
Definitely. Richmond stalking in and kind of has an elbow tie. Tries Boyer kind of out of bounds. Wrestling right at the edge of the mat. Boyer drops down to a single behind the knee. Trying to pull his opponent in. Referee calls.
Out of bounds, yeah.
Calls the restart. Boyer's had a couple attempts where he was just this close to a takedown. So
yeah, and there both feet went out of bounds.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Back in.
Now Richmond's doing a good job with his head position. He's keeping Boyer underneath of him, controlling that like a tie off of that elbow, kind of like a front face lock. Just controlling that position. He's keeping Boyer close enough that he can't. He's more of a leg attack guy. That's sit under, right near out of bounds. No, he did not. Same thing at the
Again, nothing.
Still no points.
No points. Again, I think, Levi, again, going back to what I said, he's wrestled him. He knows the duck under. Knows how to defend it a little bit. Now
coach situation.
Coach coming in to see if he had the point.
The Kennett coach wants to talk about that because it's pretty close. But they were out of bounds, and, it's at the referee's discretion.
Yeah. He said, though, Blake is getting in on shots, and he's just not finishing. That's about the third or fourth one where he's been in and just hasn't been able to finish. So
referee confirms with the other ref, and they agree. Weird is kind of like a snap down. Richmond was a 3-point stance. He puts that head right there.
I like the idea, two officials in the finals.
Yeah.
Say when you have something like that, they can
definitely
talk to one another, see where we are.
And Richmond, well defense, and he does that sit under duck type move. Boyer's done before. Richmond's smart, though. He knows where he is on the mat.
Yep.
Boyer kind of goes down to an ankle, and then kind of climbs up, gets his 3-point takedown. Blake Boyer now leads 4-3. We got 4 seconds left in the second period. Another good match here. I'm telling you.
Yeah. It's been a really good match so far.
What is that?
Yeah, so Richmond gets out.
Yeah, Richmond gets out right there at the end.
7 seconds, ties it up 4-4.
Yeah.
Blake's choice, he takes down 4-4 going into the third. Really good matchup here.
Yeah. Dave, you're right. I saw these two wrestle at the chess monts, and they know each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
They know each other from youth wrestling all the way up. So Haynes is hanging in there, and Boyer's trying to like a sit move. Richmond is very good at trailing. He is trailing him, keeping his hips covered, and he's making Boyer kind of ball up down there.
Yeah, trying to
Boyer does like a switch, kind of comes out, reaches for the leg on it. Going for a reversal. Richmond's trying to kind of funk that ankle. He's holding on to it. Boyer,
Wrestlers looking for a stalemate there, and they get it.
Yeah, Boyer had like a single there, and Richmond tied him right up. He was not letting him finish in that.
Blake has a calmness about him that
Yeah,
get in these tight matches.
4-4.
Yeah, 4-4 match. You know, he knows he's working on bottom. He knows the one. He knows he can score from down there. So he's got a minute left to do so. So we'll see what happens
Yeah.
here.
Blake does that stand and switch, but Richmond blocks it and he covers, man. Richmond standing to his feet, that's kind of like a stand and switch. Can't get it done. Richmond covering. Boyer trying to possibly do a Granby roll or something there. Gets to his feet. Richmond cuts him. Goes for a reshot. Boyer blocks him. Richmond comes right in for a single there. Trying to scoop the head. Both wrestlers still in. Referee calls out of bounds.
Yeah, I don't think there's any stall warnings on anyone. So Blake, you know,
It's 5-4 now, right?
It's 5-4 Blake. Yeah, Blake's up 5-4.
Yeah,
So
Boyer's up
under
5-4.
10
Richmond
seconds.
is crowding him.
Got to
Referee
stall.
call stalling on Kennett.
Coaches from Levi's team, they're looking. I think they were looking for a
Off the whistle, he goes to a low single. Levi Richmond. Boyer works way out of it. Boyer is blocking very well, kind of retreating. Got to be careful there on the stall call, but
yeah, so
good gutty win for him.
it was a really good win. And before that final 3 seconds, I think the coach was looking for Blake fleeing the mat, which would be a point for Levi's. I think that's what he was looking for, but ref didn't call it. 3 seconds left. Blake avoids a takedown, and congratulations to Blake Boyer.
Yeah,
your 139 District 1 South Section champ.
It was a battle, Dave.
Yeah, that was actually a good match. I enjoyed that one.
Got another good one here. We have Kane Langle out of Kennett. He's a senior, another 100-win former state qualifier from Kennett, and he's 36-6. And from Upper Darby.
Number 2 seed Nathan O'Donnell, who I'm not sure if he was 28-3 coming in or if that's what he is.
Now he's 30-3.
He's 30-3 coming in. Nate, he's had a really good tournament today.
Yes.
I know when we talked the other night, some of the guys from the Central and, didn't know a lot about. And Nate was one of those guys. But as you can see, quality wrestler here. He finds himself in the final against Kane.
Yeah, and we had said it was going to be Chessmont heavy, but, to his credit, he's kind of jumped in here and he's done a great job in terms of, battling. And, everybody obviously knows Kane Langle, he's very highly ranked in the area, but O'Donnell, we'll see if he can make some noise here. A lot of hand fighting here. And then,
Yeah, Kane's a two-time state qualifier, so, has the experience of the postseason. So we'll see it. We'll see how Nate does it.
And O'Donnell, he looks like he's moving his feet very well. I know Langle's another one, he likes a leg attack. So we'll see if he's able to fend him off. Now, O'Donnell kind of did that he got the tricep and kind of sat under it, but Langle kind of blocked it, wouldn't finish that. The underhook position for O'Donnell, and Langle was kind of just underneath. The referee calls a restart. A lot of times, Dave, and I used to tell all the boys when I was coaching, who's going to get that first takedown? It's so important. There's O'Donnell with the scores, and then
Kane went in a little bit strong on that shot, a little out of control.
He did. He blocked him. And he stayed in control and kind of spun around to the back, and then he did a mat return. Langle kind of did a sit out, and he brought him right back to the mat. And now he's sitting on that right leg and got the tight waist. O'Donnell's up 3-0 here.
For the top split offer, we've got 131.
O'Donnell lifts him, but then he kind of cuts him, and they're in neutral position. Langle kind of guys a pass by, running his feet. O'Donnell's kind of blocking him, drives right back at him. That was pretty good. O'Donnell, Langle had that pass by pretty. I thought he almost scored off of that, but
Yeah, and that's one of Kane's go-tos. So
yeah.
for O'Donnell to defend that was nice. And to one, O'Donnell's up 3-1. Langle deferred.
Yeah, Langle's
O'Donnell's going. He wants to be on his feet.
Yeah. Yeah, earlier when I was watching him, he's very good footwork, and he feels comfortable in that neutral position.
Yeah.
Langle goes to a 3-point. Langle going to that pass by again. He ran it. I thought he had it. Kind of got it, and then now he goes a Russian tie. Kind of trying to get around him. Kind of scrambling. Nothing yet. 3. Langle from the side gets around the corner, gets his takedown.
Yeah, right before they went out of bounds, got the knees to the mat and scored the
Well, you got to
takedown.
wrestle to the whistle.
Yep.
So
Kane's up 4-3.
Yeah, 4-3. Goes that long claw. He's kind of sitting on that left leg, trapping it. O'Donnell cuts out. Neutral.
Saw a lot of those today, Lloyd. A lot of eye poke.
Yeah, you go to the
today.
face. You got to be careful with that.
Again, it comes along with the hand fight you talk about.
Yeah, you're allowed to use the open hand, but, when you get the fingers out, it could be a dangerous situation. Luckily, nobody was hurt there. Both kind of pawing at each other, and sometimes you see the referee say, open hand, that type of language. O'Donnell has an inside pie. Langle kind of sweeping underneath. Does a reshot, goes to that left leg. O'Donnell kind of gets away, and then he goes kind of almost like a slide double where he won't let him get out of bounds.
Definitely like a double. And gets it on the side of the mat. Takes 7-4 lead.
Langle up 7th floor. O'Donnell does a Granby roll. Langle kind of riding him, does a good trail position. They go out of bounds.
What?
O'Donnell does a switch. Langle kind of sits with him, has a double pry in. Gets a hook in. He's got a deep half on that one side. Lets it go. Langle trying to get hand control. And O'Donnell kind of blocking him. Trying to get that cross switch, trap it. O'Donnell getting hand control underneath of there. Just not letting Langle kind of lock it. He's kind of holding his hand. You got to be careful there. Langle slips a bar in on that one side. Needs to roll his wrist free. Langle
Good end of
takes
that
bottom.
period there for Langle riding out there.
Yeah, and he takes bottom with the lead.
Takes bottom. He's up 7-4 going in here to the third.
Langle gets his feet off a stand up. Looking to cut out. Cuts out, gets 1 point. He's up 8-4. But as we know, we've talked about this all season. With that 3-point takedown, it can change a lot of things.
Absolutely.
Langle does for a reshot. And then O'Donnell kind of blocks and went for a double under kind of. I thought he was going to do a lift over, let that go. Now they're scrambling. Langle kind of comes up with a single, climbs up, gets another 3 points. Leads 11-4.
Yeah, both guys scrambled there a little bit. Kane comes out on top.
Yeah, he's done a nice job.
Kane
he's working
well.
He's working that ankle. Staying on it and he's working from the side. Has his knee in there trying to control the situation. Another young man, top on top. I mean, he's doing a good job. He's fine. He's got that arm kind of rolled under there. Got total wrist control. That's how he's not kind of letting him out there. So he's staying on that wrist, keeping his shoulder and his chest and his back. He's got a pry in there. Did a nice job. I know there's no ride time in high school, but, it'd be interesting. In college, they get a lot of good bonus points for that. But
well, I said, when we're watching these guys, we were talking about guys riding on the top, that next level. That's huge.
Yeah.
If you're able to ride like that
Yeah.
and just accrue that time, it makes a big difference. And Kane's doing just that this period. He's riding Nate pretty hard this period, and that's what he's maintaining that 11-4 lead.
Good mat return there. You gotta be careful with your opponent. Langle I don't know what that one. It's almost like a leg tilt he was doing there. Didn't get any back points, but good solid win for Kane Langle, 11-4.
Yeah, that was a solid win. Again, Nate O'Donnell came out strong in the first period, scored that first takedown. Kane kept his head, finished for 11-4 win. Congratulations to Kane Langle.
Yeah.
145, District 1, South Section champ.
Now, Dave, this is one we talked about. This is one I've been looking forward to. You have Hunter Delaney. We all know about the Delaney brothers, Palmer, Killian, and this is Hunter. He's with Sun Valley. He's a 28-7 senior. And then you got Zach Jaffe from Kennett. It's like 1, 2, 3 with Kennett. I mean, solid wrestlers right in a row. And Jaffe is 32-7. He's a junior, so it should be a good match.
Yeah, and it should be. And Zach today has been in a couple tight bouts, which might prepare you for a finals match, but it's going to be a tight match. So looking forward to seeing these two guys square off here at the 152 final.
Delaney was working from one knee, kind of pops up. It's not really a Russian, but he has like the wrist and kind of the elbow there. Jaffe trying to free his hands, goes to that left leg, scoops it under. And then Delaney goes to like the crotch and it's kind of elevate. They're both kind of funking. It's kind of like a scramble situation here. Jaffe is in deep though.
And
he's in deep.
And got it.
Comes around the waist, turns the corner, gets 3 points on the takedown. Delaney went for a Granby roll there. He kind of blocked it. Jaffe goes a long claw and kind of sagging on that right leg. Delaney kind of sits out, turns the corner, goes to a single. Still no control here. No escape, no reversal. Now Delaney trying to turn a corner. Jaffe is kind of on his hip. And this is a situation you don't want to be.
Looking to try to get himself a stalemate just to.
He's trying to lock it up, but you got Delaney who's got the higher ground. He's high. He's trying to step over. Jaffe gets it.
Jaffe gets it. Yeah, Delaney today, in his 3 matches, did not. All of his pins were less than a minute.
Wow.
So has not spent a lot of time on a mat today.
Yeah,
so,
yes.
you get into the third period here, hopefully, both guys are energy-wise are there. So this is a good one so far.
Yeah. Jaffe went to the boot there to kind of break him down at the ankle. Staying on top. Kind of has a tight waist.
Staying on his toes as well.
And a cross wrist on the other side. Now he's got a 2-on-1 on that one wrist. Maybe roll it. Possibly roll it under.
That's good pressure by Jaffe there.
End of the period, he flips. Red. Jaffe defers. Delaney has a situation with his knee brace. He's redoing it. Referee rating. Interesting. Delaney takes neutral.
Yeah. Jaffe gets the first.
I guess he
takedown
thought he's
to
better
that.
on his feet than him.
Yeah.
Jaffe up 3-0, but if he gets a takedown, it ties it up here. So kind of see that strategy.
Yeah, it's interesting because if he's down, he gets out, then he gets takedown. He's got that 1-point lead,
Yeah.
So, but Jaffe got the takedown period one. Wrote him out the rest of the period. So Delaney might be looking at it that way.
Yeah.
Like he took me down. I didn't get out. So you know what? Let's just start on feet. Let's start from the from the neutral position and let's just wrestle.
Yeah, and then the strap came loose on that. Again, he's got to make sure. The Jaffe kind of swiped at it, and then that strap came off.
Yeah.
And we've
Did they
seen.
call? Is this injury time, Lloyd? Did they call injury time? This would
I
be
guess
injury,
that's
right?
what they. Yeah. So the trainer comes out, and I've seen this before, where they said, "Look, you got to wrap those straps because a lot of times they won't even let a kid wear the ones with the straps. It's just got to be all elastic." So interesting here. The head referee, he's working this match, so they're in total control. They know about the situation, so they wrapped it up. All right, back to action here. Jaffe fakes a low single off the whistle, goes to a Russian tie. Delaney kind of turns the corner, goes to a single. Jaffe's sitting. It's kind of low. He's sitting on his bottom, and you have Delaney kind of do his crotch lift, and no points yet here, Dave. If Delaney kind of steps over that leg,
Jaffe's still locked through the crotch.
Yeah,
he
he
just
does.
lost that.
Yep. And now they're kind of end to end. They're not. It's not. Delaney's got to get behind his legs and get to that position, the bottom, top position. But they're also out of bounds, and Jaffe tying things up. He goes to the ankle, scoops it. Yeah, it's a smart move. A good wrestler knows that'll get him. That'll buy him just enough time to get that stalemate.
Potentially dangerous.
Yeah.
Stopping the match.
You can also do that, yeah.
Delaney called for more injury.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that knee has been bothering him.
But if that's going back to what I was talking about earlier, if that's a second injury,
yes,
then Jaffe would get choice here. So they're on their feet. Jaffe, if that first time that they did something with the knee brace was considered injury time, Jaffe would get choice here since it was the
they haven't
one.
They didn't say anything there.
So I'm not sure if they called that.
Be interested to see.
Saw that a couple times.
I'm assuming that's got to be injury time. There's no equipment time.
No.
So.
And the equipment time that I've seen before usually, involves the shoelaces, which in turn becomes a stall call, right? If the shoelace comes untied. But nothing was called there with the knee brace, so I'm not exactly sure, what was called. And it just may have been, let's throw some tape on it, let him get it back out there. But, he's having some issues
I
with
don't know
it.
what's
It looks
going
like
on with he may have taped that off.
So.
But that knee must be.
So if not sure you heard the official, he said cut the injury time and now it's equipment.
Yeah.
So that first time may have been equipment, Lloyd.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
But.
And they're giving leeway here. You got to be careful.
Sure.
Yeah,
because they get a minute 30 of injury time. And once that injury time runs out, you either continue wrestling or the match is over.
Yeah.
But if you call injury time again, the match is over.
Now, I've seen situations like this where they take one, like a sleeve, and they put it over the one with the straps.
Yes.
It's like a double, but then it kind of, your mobility is kind of limited. So
it does limit Hunter a little bit with his mobility, like you said.
But he looks like, I think they taped over it. It's a lot of tape.
That is a lot of tape.
And, Jaffe, he will probably go for that area, go to that leg. They circle each other. Delaney's down on a knee, comes, pops the headgear.
And Delaney leads with that right leg, too, looks like.
Yeah. Tries for a single off a double setup. Kind of hooks it. Kind of stuck there. He's like lifting that ankle, kind of twisted up here. Yeah. Referee calls potentially dangerous. Jaffe's leg was kind of trapped there. Got to be careful.
$20 seconds left. Jaffe's still up 3-0.
Yeah, Jaffe kind of circling. Delaney on one knee. Does that swipe from one knee. Jaffe kind of going to over under. Delaney pops underneath that, goes to Jaffe's left leg.
Yeah, so we saw Delaney takes neutral and fouls the score in that period. You know, good period for Jaffe, who starts the third, taken down.
Right. Jaffe on the bottom. Circles out, gets 1 point off at stand up. He leads 4-0. Still a lot of time though left in this match. Delaney pops that headgear, man. Like he's got heavy hands.
He does have heavy hands.
He does got heavy hands in there, you know, and yeah, he makes you know that he's going, you know, he's there. So Jaffe, to his credit, staying under control, and that's tough sometimes, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Situation like that where guys banging on your head like that.
And he's controlling the elbow from underneath, both wrestlers on the knees, and you know, he's just making sure that Delaney cannot turn that corner. He's controlling that elbow, kind of as a blocker.
The elbow and also driving into him as well, you know?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And he got what he needed. You know, Hunter probably was okay with a stalemate there, you know, starting from the feet again.
Now we have blood time.
Oh, now we have blood time.
Is that Delaney too?
Yeah. Blood time on green.
Yeah, he's having a tough time out here.
Yeah,
he's battling. He's battling.
He is battling.
But, you know, Jaffe is a technical wrestler, and he's done a nice job. And it's going to be interesting to see. As we have a little break here in action, you know, get some of your take on some of these other district sectionals. I'm really interested. The Central. Now, the Central sectional, you have a lot of O and J. You got a lot of Boyertown.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really, that 114 bracket.
So, Lloyd, I'm telling you, we talked the other night, you know, we didn't have enough time to get into it. That was the very first bracket that I had on my list to talk about. You know, you have
like mine.
Yes, exactly. You have 4 guys there that all have the potential to qualify for state. So interesting to see how that turned out today. I'm not sure. You know, I'll look at those results tonight, but you know that's definitely one of the
definitely. I'm
weight
interested
classes
to
that
see.
I was interested in.
I'm going to go right to the websites and see what's going on. But
PA wrestling. You know, they do a nice job. Mike Leister does a nice job on there.
Yeah.
Putting all that information out there for everyone. And, you know, I referenced that quite a bit myself.
Yeah. Yeah, Jaffe and Delaney kind of went out of bounds, drove around out there.
Still no stall calls, I don't believe.
Yeah, 24 seconds left. And Jaffe has underhook, and he's just kind of sagging to the mat, controlling that elbow, as we talked about earlier. Has his blockers in. He's making sure he's not giving up a takedown. You have Delaney still coming with those heavy hands, trying to get a shot in. But Jaffe's sprawling, down blocking, controlling the head. Good solid win there.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that's a good win for Zach Jaffe. We talked the other night. Zach went up quite a few weight classes this year.
Yeah.
You know, you wonder how much that knee was affecting Hunter today in the finals.
Yeah, that
like
knee,
I said earlier,
that knee's going to be, that may be something we'll need to talk to the Sun Valley staff about.
Yeah.
Because I didn't realize, you know, he had a tough go there with that knee.
Yeah. But I said, his previous matches all under a minute. You wonder how much it was affecting him today.
Yeah.
And hopefully, give him enough time. He has a week to get better and,
Yeah.
and get ready for Satterton. And Hunter's going to make some noise up there as well, just
Yeah,
as
and
Zach is. So
that Kennett 3 for 3 right
yeah,
there.
3 in a row. Three
Those
guys in a row.
middleweights for
Yeah,
Kennett, they're tough
they
set,
really are.
So
1 to 160.
yeah, now this 160, super softs, both of them, and we've seen these two battle a lot. One's John Smith, obviously from right here in Oxford. We've known him a long time. He's had a great season, 36-3, and then but AJ Corp from Ruston, another sophomore. He's 26-3. Had some injuries in the past. You can kind of see that knee apparatus he has on there. But these two have battled, and I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, this is a match that I was looking forward to. Was hoping that we would have gotten today. Hoping for it last year a little bit. Like you said, injuries kind of threw out both guys. John going in the States and AJ in the postseason.
Yeah.
So, this is definitely one that is going to be fun to watch.
And we talked about not spending a lot of time on the mat. John, his first two matches today, he's been pretty quick. So, this is a challenge here, and we're going to see how these two young men, how it turns out. And they're kind of scrambling and went out of bounds there, but, nobody's really scoring. And John comes with a little slick kind of, it was like a double into a body lock, but Corp fought it off. Corp has a whizzer in there. He got right out of it. He's going with 2 overs. No score there for John Smith. That was a scramble situation there. Corp went for a headlock and missed it, and Smith kind of lifts him, and they go out of bounds.
I don't think you're allowed to style 4 off the.
Luckily they were safe there. They took the other mat away.
Yeah.
The gym floor is there, and these two have wrestled each other a lot. Going back youth wrestling, junior high, so they know each other well. And Corp gets his feet, kind of circles out, 1 point escape there. Smith leads 3-1. Both looking for inside control. Smith to a 4-point. Kind of pops up. Corp is on the inside. Again.
Got the hug.
Smith does that sit under too. And goes to a body lock takedown there. Corp to his feet. Smith returns. Does a trail. Traps his arm as he comes out of that. Traps his arm as he comes out of that scramble. Gets 2 near fall. So, that's right at the end of the period.
Yeah, right at the end of the period, getting those 2 backs was big.
And the thing we said about him this season, he's very locked in. I mean, he's wrestling very well.
Yeah, I think I know he was very disappointed not being able to go up to Hershey and compete last year, and I think it just locked him in this year. And same could be said for AJ as well out of Western, because I think he has the potential to also.
Injuries.
Wrestle in Hershey, so
it's tough when he goes to Gazzoni type sit out for John. Corp does a good job trailing there. He's kind of staying on that elbow. John does the sit out, kind of Gazzoni, pops out of there, gets 1 point. He's down on a 3-point stance, checks the mat. Does like a single kind of into kind of a stance position. Tacking out of a 4-point. Corp goes to a 3-point. John Smith pops up from a knee, goes to a collar tie. And you're probably going to watch that sit under move. He's been doing the same kind of thing. Yeah, same kind of.
Just went for it again.
Yeah. Controlling that elbow and a tricep there. I think his Corp has an inside tie. And Smith likes being in that under position. He puts his head underneath there. And from there, he kind of sits. He lets go of the tie, and he goes right into a shot. So they call a stalemate there.
38 seconds left, period 2. John Smith up 9-1.
Does it sit under, almost like a fireman's carry. Corp kind of blocked it. Now Corp trying to circle and get around that corner as a front face lock. Smith kind of pops up to one knee. Then he calls another stalemate restart. Off the whistle, Smith kind of fakes a shot, then pops up. They go right to the center of the mat and kind of bang heads, and Smith controlling that tricep, kind of sits under. He likes that sit under.
Yeah, he does.
Or a fireman's, and he does a lot of off of that.
And
It's a really good setup for him.
yeah, it is a very good setup for him. Goes into the third with 9-1 lead.
Yeah, Corp takes bottom. We got 9-1, John Smith. Corp kind of cuts out. It's off a stand-up. Smith kind of said, all right, lets him out. And Corp goes to attack on Smith's left leg, comes up with a single. He's trying to field goal kick that out of there. Good balance by John Smith here, fighting off this single. Corp still has that single. He has it.
Called him out of bounds. I
Yeah,
believe.
out of bounds,
Yeah.
kind of a tie up there. Smith checking the mat. Sit under into a low leg attack off of that. Climbs up, gets another 3 points.
Puts him up 12-2.
12-2. So he's locked in. Goes to a prairie ride.
He's so quick off of that duck. Like I said, he's got a couple different
reshot
options
there. Corp gets to a double leg takedown. Lifts Smith up off the mat. Scores off of that. Yeah, he's so quick off of that setup he's been doing. Now Corp trying to score off of that. Kind of circling out front. Maybe looking for a throw here. Because he's down, 12-4. Getting a little. It's getting late early.
13-4 on that on the escape. But like you said, at this point you have to go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goes to underhook. Smith controlling that elbow. Corp trying to jack it. They're both kind of on their knees. Now, it wouldn't surprise me. Smith's good at that sit under. He could sit under that elbow there. He's trying to. Corp going with double unders, trying to score on that. Tries kind of maybe for a lap drop or a throw off of that. Smith blocks it, scrambles around, scores another 3 points off of it.
Yeah, again, we looked at it, and that's AJ went for that throw, and John defended it well. And Chase is there as AJ tries to roll.
Yeah, he did a nice Granby, and Smith balled around.
That's a good win for John Smith.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, good win, 16-4.
And I'm looking forward to next week.
Yeah, I am as well.
Him and Cole had that, or his Brillhart.
Brillhart. Yeah,
him and Brillhart, Council Rock South.
Yep.
That was a battle. And
I think they'll see each other again.
Yeah, I do.
So congratulations to John Smith, your 160 District 1 South Section winner. I failed to congratulate Zach Jaffe as we were getting it. So congratulations to Zach as our 152 District 1 South Sectional winner. Moving on to 172, Lloyd.
We got the other Oxford area high school super soft. It's Blake Hostetter. What a year, 38-3. And he's going against Hunter Baldwin from Westchester, Henderson.
Yeah, Hayden Baldwin.
Oh, I'm sorry, Hayden Baldwin. Excuse me, he's junior, and he is 31-3. So nothing score yet here. At the Chestmonts, I watched these two wrestle, and Hostetter handled him pretty well. Gets a takedown, throws kind of legs in and a rake down there. Raking his opponent down in the mat, getting near fall points. Hostetter looking strong, man.
He does. And again, we will go back to the same thing we said about John and AJ Corp, injury throughout the season last year, and his was early. He was out.
Yeah, he wrestled in the Slanko tournament. He won. I think he may have only. He was pretty close to getting outstanding wrestler there, and unfortunately, hurt his ankle.
That was it, right?
Yeah, that was
Tournament,
it
that's
for
what
a
I thought,
season.
yeah.
It's right after that tournament, unfortunately, but he's bounced back. He's locked in, and to their credit, John as well as Blake, they're year-round wrestlers.
Yeah. Yeah, both work
They're
extremely
in a room
hard.
like
Yeah.
every night. It's
They
like
both work extremely hard to get to this point. You
Yeah.
know, again, looking at two sophomores. So
yeah. Blake went kind of for like a chin whip there, and now he's in the top position, kind of. He's on top, staying on that wrist, and Baldwin's a battler, but Blake is a tough kid. I mean, he's wrestled in all sorts of situations. He wrestled in Fargo and PJWs, and he wrestled a long time. Part of that Hostetter family tradition here in Oxford. Been so many state qualifiers.
oh my gosh, yeah.
From that family, and he's wrestling really well.
And we were just in the room, right? We saw the names, Jared Hostetter, and there's others that
Bernie,
long line, Bernie, yep, long line of Hosteters. 7-0 after one for Blake.
Yep, and he
Blake
pops right to his feet on a stand-up. Kind of gets caught there. Baldwin goes to the boot, trying to get a single, and Blake kind of, like a cat, kind of gets his leg out of there, gets a quick escape, and now they're hand fighting, and Baldwin trying to get that inside post, and Hostetter goes to a single, transitions almost like a double, picks Baldwin up off the mat, and traps his leg for another takedown. Now he's doing that rake down move again, Dave. I can tell you got to be strong to do that. That's not easy. He's that rake down, and he's getting some near fall points again.
Yeah, he's looking to get 4 here, which would end the match. And tech fall, and there it is.
Yeah, tech
4
fall.
near fall, put 15.
Just dominant. I mean, it's just dominant.
Yeah, Blake looked strong in that match, So looking forward to seeing him. And like you had just mentioned last time,
Yeah, him and Cole.
He and Cole are the ones that battled a few times this year.
Council
2
Rock
really
South,
good matches. So looking forward to that next week out there.
And Matty Shoemaker
out of Methacton is also quality.
He's had a great year.
Yeah, I remember watching him last year, the year before. I seen him, with one of my boys. So and Matty's a strong wrestler as well.
So it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, congratulations, Blake Hostetter. You're 172 District 1 South Section champ. Moving on to 189.
Yeah, 189.
Another good battle.
This is the bracket we talked about. I mean, you got some great wrestlers here. You got Brandon Carr, who's a senior from Sun Valley, 41-2. What a great season he's had, and he's one of those kids who feel like he's been wrestling forever. I think he just got his 150th win today.
Yes, he did. 150 earlier.
And then you got the youngster though that he's battling. And I was talking to this young man earlier, Franco Lattori, out of Interborough. He's only a sophomore, 34-2. He's been wrestling a long time as well. Another kid that came up the ICWL youth ranks and strong wrestler out of Interborough, and it's very interested in this matchup. Lattori earlier hit a nice lateral drop. I watched him do that, and Carr is a strong physical wrestler, and we've seen these Sun Valley kids. They'll grind you.
Oh, absolutely. We saw it earlier tonight, right? We saw
Lattori kind of going that front face lock and controlling the elbow, and then the Carr's kind of underneath. He's okay in that position and switches off to a double. Lattori has done a liftover off of that. That's not textbook, but it works. I mean,
Lattori, he's had pins in all 3 of his matches today. Carr had a good match last night. I told you, Paxton Hunt, quality wrestler, really battled Carr, and Carr came out with a 4-0 win in his semifinal.
And this was a great bracket. I mean, you have Michael Spielman, who had his 100th win today.
Who was also a state qualifier.
8th. No, he got 8th at the state last year. Placer. So
he placed, and he's a 3 seed today. So I know there was a lot of conversation about that, and I said that in our preview the other night. You're looking at possibly 4 state qualifiers from just this bracket alone today.
There, you had Carr getting on a double when he transitioned, turns the corner. He, as I said, he's an older, more experienced wrestler, and You saw him kind of get in on that shot and transition well there. It's going to be interesting to see if he can control Latore. Latore trying to get hand control down underneath and Carr going with the half. And,
Yeah, Carr's really strong on
Yeah.
top. But, yeah, end the period there, up 3-0.
yeah. There's another, you know, there's another Bob Gross Delco Time special.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
we got
yeah.
Interborough versus Sun Valley in here. I know my buddy Bob. He may be listening. He's a big wrestling fan. He
Oh, I
retired
didn't know
from the
that.
Delco
Okay.
Times. Yeah. I had fun last couple of years. He came and we hung out.
Okay.
I taught him about wrestling. So
Now
you
he's
know,
a fan.
he's a football guy. You know,
Oh, I know that. Yep.
but
Covered the Daily Times a long time.
yeah. So this is a good matchup here. We'll see. Barson out top, and you know Latore off a tripod stands up, but unfortunately Carr. If a wrestler's both lifted fully off the mat, they'll call potentially
Yeah.
dangerous, get the restart. But Latore, you know, he's going to battle you. He's not going to stay down there, you know. And so Carr's
Carr started quick there.
yeah, that's a false start on Carr. Kind of an odd start there. But
It was an odd start.
yeah, he didn't have his knee down there. I was surprised the ref let him in. Latore does stand up, circles out. They're in neutral position. 3-1 Carr. We have about 125 left. Latore going with kind of an overhooked position, and Carr snaps him down, but Latore scrambles. They're
Trying to
near
stay
out of
in bounds.
bounds. Still scrambling.
Tried
Referee
to stay in
calls out of
bounds. I'll
bounds.
tell you what, Carr, you know, got him and just followed, tried to get that takedown, and
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, to
Fortunately, both
Latore's
guys
credit,
fell
he
down.
kept wrestling
He
there.
did.
You know, still 3-1. And, you know, with the new takedown rules, Latore could, if he gets takedown, he could take the lead. But Carr's a veteran kid. He's been wrestling long time in the States, and it's a tough matchup.
Yeah, I mean, 150 wins is a lot of wins
Yeah.
in wrestling.
Yeah,
so.
Carr's another one. He's got heavy hands in there. He
Yes,
goes
he
to kind of
does.
a double leg takedown. Latore kind of tries
Gets it.
a lift over.
Yep.
He scrambled out of it. He gets by for 2
Yeah.
points. I mean, like I said, veteran move.
It's strong. Brandon Carr's very strong. Again, having now on top again, looking to ride him out.
Yeah, ooh, he's
Then
tough on
second.
top,
He
too.
is. Yeah.
Elbow in the back of the
He'll let
head,
you know he's there.
keeping
He'll let
him
you know
down.
he's there.
Crossface. Oh, yeah, he ain't messing around in there.
No, not at all.
Grinding on top.
Trying to stay in.
They're almost in our lap here, Dave. I'm glad the referee stopped it. The referee talks to him about that cross face.
Oh, yeah, he did. Yep.
Yeah, he did. But, you know.
Yeah, you got to keep it under control. You know,
Yeah,
you want to be
yeah.
aggressive, but sometimes you go a little too
Yeah.
far, and you know, you don't want anybody getting hurt.
Yeah.
We've been here long enough, Lloyd.
Yep.
We don't need any more blood time or more.
No. And Carr goes with bottom position, and Latore's going to line up on the left. Let's see. Left side. Carr does not have a switch, sit out to his feet. Latore does a crotch slip. Listen up. Oh. Dave and I almost
Yeah.
they're right in our laps, man.
Hoping to get paid extra for
Yeah,
this, you
man.
know, man.
Yeah, Latore,
I'm still quick on my feet, Lloyd.
they are wrestling to the edge here, I tell you. And you know, I'm not saying they don't like each other, but they're battling. They
are.
you know.
Yeah, give Latore credit. You know, he's not backing down here at the end. He's still going strong.
Yeah,
with it,
Latore's
you know.
kind of come
You like to
a
see
whip.
that.
Carr lifts him up off the mat. I mean, he's strong, young man. Fights that off. Does a double. Climbs up. Gets another 3 points.
Takes a 10-1 lead.
Yeah, he's been dominant.
If
They call
stall warning on car, which is
Yeah.
why the match stopped.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a good tournament here at Oxford Area High School. They've cleaned up all the other mats and stuff, and we're getting to the nitty gritty here at 189, and this is one of the brackets we look forward to. And then Tori's trying to get up, and you have Carr possibly trying to work for a Spladle there, but he's tough on top. He's got a tight waist, and now he's pulling that arm in, trying for a tilt. Goes back to that cross face. Oh, he has a cross face, like a power half type situation.
Bar looking to just keep him on the mat.
Yeah, he's
trying to finish this one out. Up
he puts the power half in, and
130 seconds, under 20 seconds.
Yeah, he's got the shoulder in him. He's keeping him down. I mean, captures that tricep up to that cross face. Lattori battling. He's hanging in there. The Carr's grinding him on top. I mean, goes to a tilt off that wrist.
Yep. I was impressed with the Sun Valley guys on top.
Yeah.
Those guys are district champs. They
Yeah.
really wrestle well on top. And one of those guys, Brandon Carr, 10-1 winner. Congratulations, Brandon Carr, District 1 South Section champ.
Yeah.
Weight class 189. Well, I know.
89 is going to be interesting, too.
Yes.
Because you got Carter Euchre.
Yep.
You got Josh
Larimore
from Boyertown in that bracket as well next week. So
there was another guy who I thought was going to be there, went up to 215 and ended up pulling out, was Mason Richards out of Springford.
Oh, wow. Yes. And now we're at 215. Got Brady Kelly.
Yep.
Out of Unionville. He's a senior. I was talking to him. He's a lacrosse kid as well. He's 35-1, and he is going against, it's interesting. Rami Ayu out of Coatesville. And when I did my list for our preview, I was like, watch this kid. The record wasn't great. He's now 20-12, but he's wrestled hard all day.
I was going to say that, when we did our preview, this is one name that you mentioned. And, being here today and seeing this final, it's you called that one, Lou.
Yeah.
That was a good call.
Yeah, and you had Kelly kind of snap him down and get around the corner there on him. Get for 3, let Ayub up. Kelly leads 3-1.
I watched Kelly earlier. He's really athletic.
Yeah,
kid,
athletic
really strong kid.
Good single there up with double setup. Pulled the leg in. I was talking to him earlier, and he told me he stopped playing football,
Okay.
to concentrate on wrestling. And he's really committed this season. I think he made states last year. Just went to like a double leg there, sat Ayub to his bottom and then he was able to transition, turn the corner. Kelly on top. And it's really grinding.
Yeah, I didn't see much of him this year, and watching matches. But tell you what, coming here today, Brady Kelly has impressed me.
He is. He's looked a lot more. Early season I saw him at Chestmont, and he was. You can see he's feeling his way and things, but he's been in control today. I mean, he's looked really good in terms of his positioning and the way he's wrestling. So
yeah, that's what I noticed. That somebody gets shot in, defends it.
Yeah. Bruce Herring,
free shoot.
He had a mohawk at Chestmont.
Oh,
he had a mohawk look. And,
I wouldn't know anything about
Mr. Clean next to me. But, it goes neutral. And Kelly's very good on his feet. As you said, Ayub is he takes a lot of good shots, goes to a single, sits him up, lifts him up in the air off of that, transitions, and scores off that. Goes to the cross face. He's got to be careful there.
Hard cross face.
Yeah. Referee lets it go. Kelly gets to his feet. Drops to a knee and pops up, trying to get his hand in the pocket. Drops to a knee.
Yep.
Spins out. Gets his escape.
Got hit with a stall. Rami got hit with a stall warning there.
Was that Kelly or Ayub?
Ayub got the stall warning.
Yeah, Ayub
against
goes for the
him.
shot. Kelly blocks him out with an X and it kind of goes around the corner, cuts him. Looking for a 3-1 here. He feels very good on his feet. I mean,
Yeah, he's still a lot of time left, and
Yeah.
Rami did get a takedown. As he
another
does there.
takedown. He's
The
not afraid
scoring,
to shoot
yeah,
it.
the scoring, like
And
we said before, gets you back in this match.
yes.
And that 3 points gets him within 10-8.
And I was talking to him earlier before we came out, and he's a young man. He's just playing with house money. He's
Sure.
he wasn't expected to be here, and he's not afraid to shoot on kids. Kelly
I say what he
shoots
coming
in.
in as a 5 or the 6 seed today. I
Yeah,
think? Yeah, you're
Ayub
right. He has nothing
blocks
to
him
lose.
on that shot attempt. He has very good footwork as well. So 215, but these both of them are light on their feet, and interesting match we got here, Dave. 11-8, Kelly. Both guys. Ayub, he's trying to get to his legs. Kelly kind of X's out, snaps him down, trying to get to the back. Puts a cement mixer on him. Gets it,
The
Dave.
mixer.
Through it. He's on top.
Time.
Oh, time runs out.
Not enough time.
Kelly had that, and he put it right in the
Yeah,
pocket.
he did.
Transition well there. He was on top. I thought that may have been it, but the period runs out.
Tell you what, we have two guys at 215, and we have a score of 18-8.
Yeah, how
It's
about that?
impressive. Two guys that move on the mat, score points. This has been a fun one to watch.
Yeah.
And I still wouldn't count Rami out at this point. Ayub,
No. He
he's got plenty of time.
goes through a single up that double setup. Good sprawl by Kelly, kind of controlling the head, front face lock. He kind of drives into Ayub and then spins around the back for another 3 points. Ayub's reaching back. He lets that go. Kelly's just kind of keeping his shoulder in there, blocking a knee, lets him out again, spins him out. Ayub shoots right in there. Kelly with that good sprawl, kind of does a pass by, spins around the back, gets the technical fall.
Wow.
Was that 24 to 9?
24 points in the final.
Yeah,
That's impressive.
impressive.
Congratulations to Brady Kelly, your 215-pound District 1 South Section champ.
Yeah. Now this is an interesting one. 285. You and I talked about seeding, etc. But it held chalk.
It held chalk, yeah.
Fazan Hamad out of Westchester, Henderson Jr., 27-6. Sinke D. Kene from Ridley, he's a senior as well, 28-1. So, both kind of unheralded, even their seeding, and we'll see how Sinke does. I mean, it's going to be interesting, Maybe from Ridley, I watched him today. Maybe you have a little insight on him. He has good footwork and everything for a big guy.
He does have good footwork. He's a strong kid. That's what's going to be interesting here. Both of these guys are extremely strong. When I look at Ahmad, he's a little bit taller, so
Right.
We'll see if that factors into this match at all. But since he really has had a nice day and really a nice season with just that one defeat.
Yeah. And when you talk,
I actually think he avenged that defeat today. If I look at the bracket correctly, yeah. Kid from Haverford, I'm not Haverford. I think it was kid that he lost to earlier, but I'm not sure about that. But yeah, he's wrestled really, really well. And like I said, two big, tall, strong guys here. It's going to be interesting to see how this one turns out.
For the top 6 finisher, 215 pounds, important awards stand. Top finisher.
Yeah, Ahmad trying to turn the corner. Dekene kind of drives into him. Dekene almost got out around a corner there, but they go out of bounds. Referee calls neutral.
He did not get the 3?
Did not get the 3 there.
Yeah, obstructed view right now.
I'm surprised.
So I can see that.
Second referee says they were out of bounds. No points. Some upset folks there. Jackson, rolling Matt's up on his side. It's the last match of the day. Long day, and
Yeah, it started 8:30 this morning. Some technical issues for those of you that
almost
are.
12 hours, too.
Yeah,
Man.
those of you that are out there watching, wondering why we're still on at 7:30 at night.
7K,
Technical issues.
Kenny spins around the back,
Got the
gets a
three, and then
takedown,
and
and
the
then he
escape.
let, he let Ahmad right up, and
Who are you? Hey, where were you?
3-1.
So the Koenig has a 3-1 lead going into the second period. He deferred. Mod's taking down.
Yeah, he takes bottom.
Optional start called by DeKenna.
Yeah, surprised he let him up. Yeah,
Sometimes you
it's gonna be
wonder if you try
interesting.
to hold the big guy down. Like when he takes down, the size that you
Yeah.
are, you put your weight on top, maybe ride him out a little bit. But,
Yeah.
DeKenna chose to go optional start and let him out.
Yeah, he let him out, and then
And
Ahmad
now-
went with a pass by, turned the corner, and he's on top now. He scored a takedown.
Right.
And now he's going to power half. The only thing is that heavyweight. There's somebody waiting at heavyweight. And he's out of the Central. I don't know how he did today.
Yeah, you wonder.
Dean
because-
Bechtold got second in the state
Yeah.
out of Owen J. Roberts. He was a little banged up. His record was 5-0 going into this weekend, but I fully expect him to be in the mix at, the Southeast Regional next week. And then
Yeah,
Connor.
you hope he's fully healthy. You want to see that. You hope the injury doesn't affect his wrestling. But, rightfully so. He's the 1 seed, and these two guys here hopefully go out and give a chance and have
And
a
then you have
shot at
Connor
battle.
Hadak out of Springford as well.
Connor Hudak, yep.
He's had a very good season. He's 31-3, and
Yeah, there's a lot of heavyweights that are like kind of in the same area.
yeah, right.
You don't know which way it's going to, and then you can add these two into that mix. So going into Saturday next week, they're taking 5. There may be 8 or 9 that could possibly
You're right.
qualify.
You're right.
So it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. And get back to what I said at the beginning of this period. Ahmed's doing exactly what I said. You get a big guy. He's out there and he's riding him the entire period.
Yeah.
Wondering why DeKenna maybe should have taken a shot, ride him out a little bit, but
right.
Still has one more period to go. Only down 2.
Yeah. And Amon has that.
And I believe it's DeKenna's choice. He took neutral, looking for the takedown.
Yeah, and Ahmad had that power half in there, and he was grinding on top. Kind of stalking each other.
Still anybody's match here.
Yeah. A lot of hand fightings. Ahmad has that collar tie, and he likes that pass by. He did that pass by earlier. See if he tries to hit it again. DeKenna, he's trying to work through it. Been a long day. I think he may be a little, tired out there. He's still working hard though. It's 5-3. It's anybody's match, as you said. Good shot by DeKenna. Gets the leg, kind of lets it go. Amon blocked it, and DeKenna came with a hard club to the head, kind of messed up Amon's headgear a little bit there. Restart off of that headgear situation. Got that all cleaned up, and DeKenna feeling inside control. Ahmad goes for that pass by, kind of blocked. DeKenna lowered his level, trying to get to his legs, out of bounds.
bounce, still neutral. 39 seconds left in the match. Kenny's still in it. That 3-point
He is,
take.
especially with that
Yep.
3-point takedown in play here. DeKenne, I've been impressed with him. He's battled and kind of unheralded coming in here. And
Yeah, I've been impressed with him today.
Yeah, he's done a nice job. Amon has that overhook, just kind of blocking. DeKenne trying to pummel inside. Well, Ahmad trying to as a front face lock, and they kind of go out of bounds. 4 seconds left, and Ahmad leads by 3. DeKenne drives in, trying to score. Ahmed just kind of fend him off with his hands. Gets a win for Westchester Henderson at heavyweight.
Congratulations, Fazan Ahmad, 5-3 winner, 285, District 1 South Section champ. Also, Lloyd, I'll mention before we get off.
Yes.
Congratulations to Sun Valley, who is your team winner with 195. They 195.
And they'll
points.
probably announce that any second.
Yeah, Oxford.
Been a great tournament.
Yeah,
for
Oxford
them.
second at 188.5, and Garnet Valley came in third. So, good all-around day on the mat.
Yeah, it was. It was a long day. We made it, and they haven't done OW, but who would you think is the outstanding wrestler? Who impressed you out here tonight?
I mean, if I look at, sometimes you look at a lesser seed that may have won.
Yeah.
Somebody like a Zach Jaffe who, beat the 1 seed possibly.
Yeah.
You still have to look at somebody like a Brandon Carr who got his 150th win in a bracket that was stacked. We looked at that bracket earlier to saying that, possible 4 guys going to states. He takes it.
Yeah.
He wins that bracket. So if I look, again, looking at that, those may be the 2 that I can think of that, off the top of my head. Siegel brothers, you probably go either one of those as well.
Yeah, another good choice.
A lot of good wrestlers.
A lot of good choices.
Honestly, you just turned your paper. I'm going to bring up one more. You go to 107. Jacob Carr beat, Schaefer Hoffman.
He was dominant.
Dominated him in that match. And it's, Schaefer Hoffman is ranked in the state. So Jacob Carr had a really, really good tournament.
He did.
So could go to a number of guys.
John Smith, that was impressive over AJ Corp. Victory there. Blake Hoster, tech fall, the first period? That's
an impressive
some good
win.
quality work there. Brady Kelly with that high score, won at 215. There's a lot of good choices here. I will go with, and I know it's going to say home cooking, but I think maybe Blake Hossetter. We'll see. He was pretty dominant today.
I'm going to go with Brandon Carr.
All right, let's see.
I think the 150 wins factors into the decision.
Yes, that's
just so people know, we have nothing to do with the decision.
And that was a loaded bracket too.
You're right. Yeah.
The coaches do the voting.
Correct.
So we'll see.
John Smith.
Oh,
there you go.
Well, it was John Smith from Oxford. I thought it might be Blake Hossetter, but
all right.
But John Smith, that was
congratulations
great victory
to John
for
Smith.
him. And the Oxford Super Softs, they're trying to get the Solderton make some noise. We talked about it before. Oxford looking for that first state medal since lives. The Super Softs are looking at Oxford first medalist since Nick Regier in 2010.
Yeah, and I think both guys have a really good shot.
And if they do, they'll get the double. 1994, Nate Burrows, Jamie Kennedy.
Yeah.
Were the last double for Oxford.
From Oxford. And that would be nice.
Yeah.
And the 2 of them battle each other in the room, and it would be nice for both of them to both experience that. So, next week's going to be interesting. Next week's going to be a lot of fun. I know I'm going to be up there, and
Yeah, I'll be up there.
Hopefully, maybe
watching.
we have an opportunity to talk about it a little bit before then, and
Yeah, maybe we'll
kind of
have
see where
during
we
the
are.
week.
Yeah,
And there's a couple 152. And I have personal connection to this young man. I wrestled with his uncle, Luke Knox from Perk Valley.
yeah. So Luke Knox,
He is a stud.
strong sophomore.
Another sophomore,
Yes.
152. So I'm very interested in seeing him. 215, we talked about it. Mason Richards from Springford. And then another Bechtold, Declan Bechtold. He's a freshman.
Yeah, Mason Richards actually withdrew due to injury.
Oh, wow.
So Mason, who was a state qualifier last year, it withdrew from
that will open
the district,
that bracket
so that
up.
opens up 215 a little bit.
Yeah, and then
you know, for somebody maybe like a Brady Kelly,
right.
who here today, or or
and
Rami.
then you have a young man out of Methacton, Dylan Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick.
Yeah, so he's 35-4. And then when you talk about the North, you can't talk about the North without talking about Colin Guy. I mean, Colin Guy at 160. We had John Smith, outstanding wrestler. I mean, you're going to be in the same bracket, but Colin Guy, he's undefeated right now. He came in this weekend 32-0.
32-0.
He's
impressive.
dominant. It's going to be interesting to see how that works out.
He's signed with Virginia Tech already, so he's already looking for the college. But what better way to end your high school career than on the medal stand up there at Hershey?
Yeah,
and Colin Guy is definitely one that.
And we'll talk about these guys later in the week. Gavin Cole, 171. I'm going to see him battle Blake Hossetter again. That was a good match. Aaron Cement, Council Rock North, 42-2 at 145 going into the season. And then lastly, Gavin Carroll, Quakertown, another 52-pounder. So
yeah, so you're gonna from that area, you got your Council Rocks, you got your Quakertowns, you got your Boyertown. That's what I say. Going into next week. Next week's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be some quality wrestling. Guys from the section that we had today, guys from the Central, guys from the North. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, another great tournament here, Dave. Great job. I thought you did real well with your insight. It was a long day for both of us, but we got it done. And we appreciate everybody listening, and the production staff here at Oxford done a great job. And anything you want to add before we close?
No, just again, thank you to Oxford for hosting today. Always do a nice job here. Hospitality is always great. And
yeah, well-run tournament.
Yep.
Got it done. So we appreciate everybody listening.
Thanks to our technical staff. Our technical staff always does a nice job setting this up for the two of us. We come, we sit down, we put a headset on, and we start talking. The guys behind the scenes, they get all this set up. So I want to thank them as well. And, shout out to our officials. They're here at 8:30, actually early. They got to get here for weigh-ins. They're here for weigh-ins, and they put a day in, and they always do a nice job after
it's
the match.
a great day out here.
I think we need to give a shout-out to our officials as well. So if we missed anybody, we apologize. But, Lloyd, thank you for having me on here with you.
Oh, you
I
did
look
a great
forward to
job.
some future times, spending on air with you.
All right, so thank you. Another great evening here at Oxford High School. I'm Lloyd Vance for Dave Mayers. Talk to you later on down the road. Thanks for joining.
Good night.